The Pedestrian by Ray Bradbury. It was 8 o'clock on misty November evening. Stepping out into the silent city and putting your feet on the uneven concrete sidewalk, stepping over the grass growing in its cracks and walking with your hands in your pockets through the great quiet. That was what Mr. Leonard Mead loved more than anything. He would stand on a street corner and look down the long moonlit sidewalks in all four directions, deciding which way to go. But it never really mattered. He was alone in the world of AD 2053, almost completely alone. And once he chose a direction, he would walk off confidently, pushing little clouds of frosty air before him, like cigar smoke. Sometimes he walked for hours, for miles, and returned home only at midnight. Along the way, he saw cottages and houses with dark windows. It felt like walking through a graveyard, where only small flickers of firefly light showed behind windows. Sometimes grey shadows appeared on walls when a curtain wasn't fully closed, or faint whispers came from a rare open window in those tomb-like buildings. Mr. Mead would stop, tilt his head, listen, look, and then continue. His feet made no sound on the rough sidewalk. He had switched to sneakers long ago because hard shoes made dogs bark, lights turn on, faces appear, and whole streets get alarmed by a single person walking at night. On this night, he began his walk heading west, toward the hidden sea. The air was sharply cold, it burned the nose and made the lungs shine inside like a Christmas tree filled with invisible snow. He listened happily to the soft crunch of his shoes through the autumn leaves. He picked up leaves as he passed, studying their skeleton-like patterns in the rare street lamps, smelling their rusty scent. "Hello in there," he whispered to every house. "What's on tonight on Channel 4, Channel 7, Channel 9? Where are the cowboys running now? Is the US cavalry coming over the hill to rescue someone?" But the street was long, silent, empty. Only his own shadow moved, like the shadow of a hawk in the middle of nowhere. If he closed his eyes, he could imagine himself standing alone in a silent Arizona desert, with no house for 1,000 miles, only the dry riverbeds, these streets, for company. "What is it now?" he asked the houses, checking his watch. 8:30 p.m.? Time for dozen murders? A quiz show? A review? Or a comedian falling off the stage? Was that a tiny laugh from a White House? He paused, but continued walking when nothing followed. He stumbled on very uneven piece of sidewalk. Flowers and grass were slowly taking over the cement. And in 10 years of walking, day and night, thousands of miles, he had never met another person walking. Not once. He reached a big cloverleaf intersection where two major highways crossed the town. During the day, it was full of roaring cars, gas stations, movement, fumes, and constant competition as the little, scarab beetles of cars rushed home. But now, the highways looked like dry riverbeds, nothing but stone, emptiness, and moonlight. He turned onto a side street, heading home. He was only a block away when a lone car suddenly turned the corner. Its fierce white headlights flashed directly on him. He froze, like a night moth stunned by the light and drawn toward it. Metallic voice ordered, "Stand still. Stay where you are. Don't move." He stopped. "Put up your hands." But, he began. "Hands up. Or we will shoot." Of course, it was the police. But what a rare sight. In a city of 3 million people, there was only one police car left. The force had been reduced the year before, in election year 2052, from 3 cars to just 1. Crime was almost gone, there was no need for more. "Your name," the police car whispered. He couldn't see the officers because the light blinded him. "Leonard Mead," he said. "Speak up." "Leonard Mead. Business or profession?" "I suppose you'd call me a writer." "No profession," said the police car to itself. The light pinned him in place like a museum specimen. "You might say that," Mr. Mead said quietly. He hadn't written in years, magazines and books didn't sell. Now everything happened in the tomb-like houses at night. People sat like the dead, lit only by the grey or multicolored glow of television screens, light that touched their faces but never truly touched them. No profession, the voice repeated, crackling. What are you doing outside? Walking, said Leonard Mead. Walking? Just walking, he said. His face felt cold. Walking, just walking, walking? Yes, sir. Walking where? For what? Walking for air. Walking to see. Walking, just to walk. Your address. 11 South St. James Street. You have air at home? An air conditioner? Yes. You have a viewing screen to see with? No. No. The silence felt like an accusation. Are you married? No. Not married, the voice said. The moon shone high over the silent, grey houses. Nobody wanted me, Mead joked. Do not speak unless spoken to. He waited in the cold. Just walking? Yes. But you haven't explained the purpose. I explained, for air, to see, just to walk. Do you do this often? Every night for years. The police car sat humming in the middle of the street. Well, Mr. Mead. Is that all? He asked politely. Yes, said the voice. Here. There was a sigh, a pop. The back door opened. Get in. Wait, I haven't done anything. Get in. I protest. Mr. Mead. He walked forward, dazed, like a drunk man. As he passed the front window, he looked inside. There was no one in the driver's seat. No one in the car at all. Get in. He looked into the back. It was a small cell, black metal, bars, smelling of antiseptic and hard steel. Nothing soft anywhere. If you had a wife to give you an alibi, the iron voice said. But where are you taking me? The car made a soft clicking sound, as if cards of information were dropping into place inside its brain. To the Psychiatric Center for Research on Regressive Tendencies. He got in. The door closed quietly. The car rolled through the night, its dim lights glowing. They passed one house, a single bright house in a city of darkness. Every window shone with warm yellow light. That's my house, said Leonard Mead. No one answered. The car moved down the empty streets, the empty sidewalks, through the quiet darkness of the November night. Leaving behind. And that's a wrap, folks. Hope English felt a little less boring and a lot more fun today, just how we do it here at Gyan Guru. If you learned something new or just enjoyed the vibes, don't forget to like, share, and of course, subscribe for more cool lessons and animated stories. Till next time, stay curious and stay awesome.